In a previous video, I mentioned that biological organisms are data points in cosmic consciousness. But I also mentioned in that video that this has something to do with muscle and cellular memory in our biological organism. So let me explain what that means first and relate it to karma in consciousness. So, as you know, muscle and cellular memory are based on neurological, cellular, and epigenetic mechanisms. I'm using the scientific framework that allow muscles to adapt and remember previous training or activity. Muscle memory involves the brain's motor neural pathways through synaptic plasticity during repeated practice of movements. These pathways enable efficient communication between the brain and muscles, making actions automatic over time. There's a cellular memory based that is the basis of muscle memory. It's linked to the retention of what scientists refer to as myonuclei in the muscle cells in muscle fibers. During hypertrophy, growth, when you exercise, for example, or swim or do anything muscular, satellite cells add nuclei to muscle fibers to support increased size. Unlike earlier beliefs, these myonuclei are not lost during atrophy, allowing faster regrowth upon retraining. The phenomenon is referred to as myonuclear permanence. And of course, this has an epigenetic basis. Epigenetic modifications, such as DNA methylation, also play a role in muscle memory. These changes can persist through periods of inactivity, influencing gene expression and promoting adaptations like mitochondrial biogenesis during retraining or remembering. So, this leads to another very interesting idea, which is the basis of metabolic memory. So, metabolic memory occurs as a result of what scientists refer to as epigenetic changes, persistent modifications in DNA methylation, histone acetylation, and non-coding RNAs, messenger RNAs, alter gene expression without changing the DNA sequence. These changes can sustain inflammation and oxidative stress, contributing to vascular and cellular dysfunction. Oxidative stress, high glucose levels lead to increased production of reactive oxygen species, otherwise called ROS, which damage mitochondrial DNA and proteins. This oxidative stress persists, promoting cellular dysfunction even after glucose normalization. So this also leads to low-grade inflammation induced by hyperglycemia, which activates pathways like NF-XB, which persistently express inflammatory cytokines and adhesion molecules. This contributes to endothelial dysfunction and insulin resistance. So as I mentioned, my colleagues, Brian Fertig and Jack Suzinski, we just published a paper. We are the authors of Quantum Body. We just published a paper in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine on the fact that everything that we call chronic disease is perpetuated by stress through these mechanisms. But then I thought, let's reframe everything I've said so far, which is the scientific model, but assume consciousness is fundamental, as yogic and Vedic traditions suggest. So if we assume that, then metabolic and muscle memory can be reframed in terms of karma, which represents the imprints of past actions influencing the present and the future. So, in yogic philosophy, muscle memory could be seen as a form of sanskara, deep mental or physical impressions. Actions performed repeatedly create imprints in the body mind system. These imprints, at the basis of karma, persist even during periods of inactivity or atrophy and surface when conditions are favorable, retraining or resurrection, death and resurrection. The retention of myonuclei in muscle cells aligns with the yogic view that karma is stored in subtle layers of existence, influencing future outcomes. Metabolic memory can be understood as the karmic residue of past metabolic states, such as hyperglycemia, just as karma leaves subtle impressions that shape future experiences. Epigenetic changes, oxidative stress, and inflammation act as karmic seeds that perpetuate health outcomes even after external conditions improve. These persistent effects mirror the yogic principle that unresolved karma continues to manifest until it is consciously addressed. So, in yogic traditions, consciousness is the ultimate substratum where all karma resides. The body and mind are seen as instruments through which karma unfolds. Practices like yoga and meditation aim to transcend these karmic patterns by cultivating awareness, Atman, or witness consciousness, allowing us to dissolve past impressions and align with pure consciousness. This is how meditation, mindfulness, inquiry, and transcendence wash away karma to bring back metabolic self regulation, which is healing. What do you think? It's just a theory, but let me know what you think. And if you like it, please share it with others.